Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday. RoseWardStampersdelight.com. Thank you for tuning in to my Facebook Friday morning live. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, come stamp with me. All right, so got a lot of things going on. And let me just see if anybody's here. Okay. So the first thing I want to remind you is that right now it's celebration. Okay, and we have this great little celebration catalog along with our mini catalog, which I've shown you before. Anything out of the mini catalog or the annual catalog, every $50 gets you something in here. Okay, the celebration catalog. And there's also a few items that are $100, which means if you place a $100 order, you can get that item. Okay. So I'm not seeing anybody on yet. Hopefully you remembered. I know over the holiday I was off and on. But again, celebration. The other thing I wanted to remind you about is in the back we have a great starter kit with a lot of extras, including some designer series paper, a nice little paper trimmer, another stamp set of your choice. So don't forget the starter kit. It's a great way to start and get your products and get stamping or scrapbooking. So contact me, Stampersdelight.com. Okay, I'm still not seeing anybody here. And I know I was having a little technical difficulty. Oh, there you are, Terry. Okay, now I know somebody's on. So thank you so much for saying hi and let me know you were on. The other thing I want to clarify is the online classes that we have, both myself and Donna G from Australia. So there was a little confusion on that. Quite a few people have contacted me. The way this works, okay, good morning, Sandra, is let's take the Heartfelt Online Class Level 1. You are buying all the product here. You see I have my numbers and everything. You are paying for the product, plus your shipping and tax to your home. Everybody's shipping and tax is different. That's why I couldn't put the actual totals. If you go to my Facebook page and you click on the class that you want, like this is the Heartfelt Online Level 1, go to my page, find that class on the Facebook Live or Facebook page, click on that. It'll automatically go to my Stampersdelight at stampinup.net. It'll have all the items in the cart that you need for level 1, and you just add that to your cart and you check out. Once you do that, I get notified. I will send you the free kit to make the 6 projects and the video. That works the same way with class 2. If you don't want the bundle and you only want the stamp set, the kit, and the video, it comes to $45 US plus your shipping and tax. Now I do have a host code here which I'll show you. You can put the host code in there and just put everything in the cart. Check out. It'll all go to you. I hope that makes it a little bit simpler to understand. I know it was a little confusing in the beginning because some of the links weren't working. When all else fails, if you're not watching this on Facebook Live and you're watching it on YouTube, and maybe you're not on Facebook, then just contact me, Stampersdelight.com. Okay, but all the information is there. So if you have any questions at all, I know I had a few questions. That's the same thing with the Forever Blossoms class. Okay, that's the one that Donna designed, but if you're in the U.S., you're going to order that from me. As far as the videos, you can go to Stampersdelight.com, my blog. There's actually a PayPal link for each one, and you can just go ahead and buy the video. And that video you can buy anywhere in the world, okay? If you're in Canada, you can still buy it from me. If you're in Canada and you want to buy it from Donna, it's okay. You just click on whoever you want to buy it from. On my Stampersdelight.com blog, there is a link to buy that through PayPal. Once I get notification of that, I email you the link. That is just for the video. So I hope that clarified everything for everyone. And if not, just contact me. I mean, you can order it through me too. Some people don't like to do it through the computer. That's fine. Just order it through me. Okay? So let's get started. Okay, again, roseward.stampersdelight.com. There is my January host code. And for today's video, what I've decided to show, and I always like to have a lot of samples. With the holidays, I haven't been stamping as much, is the Peaceful Poppies Suite. The suite, okay, if you order everything here, there's one code. You get the 2 bundles. You get all the items here. The elements, the ribbon, the sequins, the 2 bundles, and the designer series paper, all for one price. Or you can individually order these. So what I did for my Facebook Live today is I kind of combined both of them so I could show you. Let me show you the samples. I also had done a swap with the Cruise Achievers, so I have a few of their swaps in here because they were with the same set. Sorry, I need a little more coffee this morning. So the first one I want to show you is from Jessica Brigden. Okay, so this again is the Peaceful Poppies Suite. So you're going to see both stamp sets used, both dies. Actually, let me just... yeah, I guess you can see that. It's a little shiny because it's in the cellophane or cello bag. This one is from Rhonda Basler. Again, you can see that gorgeous paper. This is our Parisian 3D embossing folder back there. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Elaine. Good morning, Deb. Thank you for tuning in. This one, of course, is the one that we did on the cruise when they announced the new catalog. And then some of the ones I did before, over the week, during the week, I guess you could say, is this one with Deepest Sympathies. And that great die there. I will show you all of that in a minute. And these pieces right here. Well, let me bring them in. Okay, so this is the one stamp set, Painted Poppies. And here are the dies to that, and they're called Painted Labels. Love these dies as everything else. 3 of my new favorites. This nice little rectangle one. You'll see me use that. And then this one I've used a lot of for the sentiments. And then this one, which is what you see back here, that circle. Okay, you'll see that up close and personal in a little bit. So again, this is the first, this is the one stamp set with the bundle. Then we have Peaceful Moments, which is all the words. Great sentiments. Hi, Maureen. And then these are the flowers, the greenery. And you can see I've been playing with them. I have to order some more magnetic backings to keep these together. This is probably one of the ones I really wanted to try and I didn't get to it. Again, with the holidays and everything going on, I didn't get to it. So that's the bundle for that one. And when I say everything going on, everybody knows my Cali kids were here for 3 weeks for the holidays. And the day before they left, they got engaged. Thank you all for your well wishes. Selena was very excited and surprised. My son did a great job. So wishing the Cali kids well. Okay, so bringing back in my samples. Here's one of them. And you can see the little sequence here. Funny story. I lost my sequins. I don't know. They're in my craft room somewhere. But you won't see me using them because I can't find them. And, of course, I coordinated my envelope. So that was the inside. Unfortunately, we always kind of need sympathy cards. Another one that I did was using the elements. Let me show you the elements that come with that bundle. These are already stamped. They're on a heavy, not cardboard, but a heavy cardstock, I guess you would call it. And I went ahead and put some Wink of Stella on it. And then the black banner in the background. And you see, this is that new die. You see how I layered it? So let me show you the elements. So you get 2 sheets of these elements. You can see the one I used. They just pop right out. Embossed with the black shiny. Here's another one. And then you get 2 of these. And you see they just pop right out. And that's where I used this. And then you also get these ones on watercolor paper, which are beautiful. Okay, and you can see where they're shiny. That's, you can just color with your blends or watercolor, whatever you want to do. And the shiny part is where it's embossed, so it's not going to stick. And you get 2 of those. And then you get some vellum. You'll see me doing more with these. I didn't get to use everything. So that's another one that I did. It's a thank you card, and this was a tent fold. That one I didn't do inside yet, but I will. So that's another sample. And then another sample that I did, and of course, when you cut your designer series paper, if you cut it at 4 inches here, and I had a little piece left, you know, that the 1/4 here. Actually, this was 6 by 6 because I was cutting for my paper share. So when I have a 6 by 6 piece, and this is 4 by 5, I have this strip left, and that's what I use for my envelopes. Okay, so this is a happy birthday. Now you can see how that die comes out really well. It's the same as the glitter one, but you can really see that die. And then I layered it with the second die. Oh, thank you, Megan. Yes, Selena's ring, believe it or not, it's called a coffin cut, and it was a black onyx. And then there's the inside. So that was another one. Okay, so let's take a look at some other things we can do with that set. Again, you have some beautiful dies here. Not only with the label ones, but you also have, which I put this back already, these great dies with the flowers. This one I'll do later on. So you'll see me use these 2. And you're going to see me use these 2. I've already cut them out because I don't like to have my table shaking while I'm live. And then some of the greenery. These 2 pieces here and these 2. A lot of pieces to this. Great buy. It's a great buy. Okay. So let me bring in this card, and then I'm going to show you how I did it. Okay. So this is, again, this is the Peaceful Poppy Designer Series paper. And I usually like to go by the colors here to coordinate, which I love the fact that they put that in the catalog. Again, this is on page 25, but I also mix and match a little bit too. Okay, so you're going to see Blackberry Bliss, Rich Razzleberry, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Calypso Coral, and Poppy Parade today. I will put all the measurements on here later, so you can see the Designer Series paper. Then I have the Blackberry Bliss white, and then the Poppy Parade, and then that's the inside. And of course, this I did with my blends. Okay, so let's bring in some pieces here. Okay, so I have a piece of Poppy Parade. Now you see this is a tent fold. We're going to do it opposite. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer just to score it. I usually use my bone folder on live because it's just easier than moving this around. But I do have to tell you, when you use your paper trimmer, it makes a nice, cleaner fold. Okay? I just don't do it all the time on live. I had somebody ask me why I don't. And the reason I don't is just because it takes a little bit more time to bring that in. And I'm usually in a hurry, which I just forgot my bone folder. Not that I'm in a hurry, but I do have to get to work. Whoop, sorry about that. Okay. So we're just going to layer that. Then I'm going to bring in my pieces of cardstock. And again, I will put this on the blog later. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece, which is 4 by 5 1/4. Then we have 3 7/8 by 5. And then I just trim that like 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so that's just the layering. I'm just going to go ahead and layer that all up. Now I will tell you, I've been using a lot more Tombow stampers just because it does seem to stick better to the cards, especially in the heat. It's not hot here though. It's cold. But again, snail on live TV is a little easier, quicker. Either one will work. Just going to layer that right on top. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this ribbon, which is our seam binding ribbon. Love this ribbon. It's very pliable, thin. It does have a little static to it, so when you're trying to tie a bow, sometimes it can be a little tricky. Let's just take this. I'm just going to wrap this around here and on the side. This is so thin that it's easier to tie, for me anyway, if I tie it in a knot. It's so thin you can do that. Some of them are too bulky and you can't. And let's see, I might not have cut enough, so let's change this one up a little bit. Let's just do a little knot tie, okay? And I'll show you the difference. Okay, so we're just going to put that right there. Now here are the pieces I was talking about. There's your Calypso Coral, your Poppy Parade. I have my Rich Razzleberry, a little piece of Blackberry Bliss. Good morning, Bunny. And then I have my stems, which are Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. Now, let me just show you something that I did. The yellows in here say Crushed Curry. If you look in the catalog, that's what's kind of the colors that are in the paper here. All I did was I went to my scrap bin, and I just took out 2 yellows. So this is actually Daffodil Delight and Mango Melody, and it works fine. Okay? Coordinates just fine. So let me get my Tombow. Now, Tombow I'm using, love this for anything that has small nooks and crannies. And hopefully, yeah, every once in a while I have to look up and make sure I'm in camera view. Less is more. And then you're just going to line that up. I cheated. I had it all lined up, and of course I moved it. So let me just find my place here. There we go. You're going to line that up and just layer it right on there. Press it down. Leave it to the side for a second. And then we'll go ahead and do the next one. It's not hard to line them up, by the way. Usually. I think that needs to go this way. There we go. All right, so again, I'm just putting a little bit of Tombow, my new best friend. Flip that over. Lay that down. Let that dry. Then right inside this one, I'm going to go ahead and layer these 2. Put that right in there. And then again with this little guy. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to jump on this Sunday night at 7 p.m., but I haven't been on a Sunday in so long. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, because I have to take down all my Christmas decorations. But I'll find something. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some dimensionals. I'm going to take the larger one. Go ahead and... Yes, please share my video. Leave me a comment. I will pull a door prize patrol from everyone who shares and leaves comments today. I don't have it ready here, so I'll show it to you on Sunday, and I'll give it away to somebody that's going to share my video today. I'm just going to put this right in here. You can see, you know what? I'm going to do it on top, just like I did the other one, because I could put it behind the ribbon, but I just hate to not show that beautiful flower. I'm going to take the next one. Put a couple dimensionals on there. I know my take your pick tool was here earlier, but not here right now, so improvise. I'm going to go ahead, this one I'm going to put over here. Then I'm going to bring in these two, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the flowers. Put a little tombow on there, and maybe a little drop right there to keep it, that piece down. These pieces are beautiful. If you see, when you see them up close, they are beautiful. Okay. And the background, I mean, the designer series paper just makes it. Okay, then what we're going to do is just figure out where we want these. So maybe I'll put this one here, wherever there's room. Sometimes you might have to cut it down depending on, nope, that's going to go right there. I think this one will probably go right here. Yep, there we go. All right, so now again, I'm going to use some Tombow. You can't go wrong with the designer series paper. Okay, we'll go ahead and put this one right here. Now I've already cut this out. Okay, this is one of those pieces that I showed you from the dies. Let's see, this is a happy birthday one. So let's see, what did I pull out? I pulled out congratulations, happy birthday. Okay, so this one I think we're going to do a congratulations. So I'm going to bring in my Blackberry Bliss. Congratulations. And again, I'm going to take some dimensionals. Just going to grab 2 for now. I actually have 3 samples I want to show you. Hopefully I get through them all. If not, I will show them to you later on. Okay, I'm just going to press that right there. There's the front. Now, if you want to give it a little bit more color, you can use the Winkostella, which of course I always like to do. But on this one, I'm just putting the Winkostella in the middle. You could do the whole flower, but I just kind of want to make the middle pop. Maybe a little in the middle of this one. Oh, it looks gorgeous on that Blackberry Bliss. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this on the front of my card. Oop, that just ran out. So I guess I'm using Tombow now. There's the outside. I'm going to bring in the inside piece. And I'm going to grab these 2 flowers that also come with it and my memento. Stamp that over there. Stamp this one. I think I'll do it this way. Stamp this one right there. Okay, then I'm going to bring in my blends. I'm going to take the darker Poppy Parade. I don't get crazy when I color because this blends so nice. I'm just adding some dark color. You can see it's not where I want the dark. I might as well do this one while I'm at it. You do have a couple of minutes to blend it, so you can do a couple of flowers at a time. And on days like this where I have to work, it works perfect. Then I'm just going to swirl the dark into the light and blend it. Of course, this one goes right off the paper, so that's cool. And you can actually see some of the dark lines there, which blend into that black. So it's, I love my blends. This one, just color that, swirl it around, grab some of that darker color. Now, when you stamp this, you can see some white inside the black. I left that intentionally. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my Mango Melody and just put some color in there. It's going to be very subtle. This is the dark one. But if you could see this, I'll bring it up to the camera. You can see just a faint hint of that color. Just very faintly in there. Okay. And then I'm going to grab, since it's the congratulations, wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. Now this one I have to check because I put the, oh, that's good. For some reason my, there we go. It looked crooked to me the other day, but I guess it's not. Okay, so there's the inside. And again, I can put some Wink of Stella on there. Now, yes, the blends do bleed through, but you won't see that. And I'm going to put that right in here. And there we have it. That's the first one. You know what? Let's grab a little Wink of Stella just so I can show you. Because, you know, we love Wink of Stella. And we're just going to put some Wink of Stella in there. Just swirl some shimmer to it. There we go. It's enough. And now we have two different versions of the way it opens. One's a birthday card, one's congratulations. So I hope you like that one. Let's see. The next one I'm going to show you, and I'm going to stamp, is this one. Okay, then this one folds. I glued that down. You'll see how I did that in a minute. And there again is that glitter paper with that nice circle. Okay, so we're going to use a different color designer series paper. So again, I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to score it. Scoring a half a sheet, of course, is at 4 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and just bring that in. Somebody asked me Christmas time what these things were. All the cleaning I did, and I still found those upstairs. Then I'm just going to take the flap and flap it right back here. So you have this fold, Z-fold, right? I'm going to bring in my designer series paper. And again, I'll have all the measurements later on. This one is going to go right here. And this one is going to go right here. And the flowers kind of go every which way, so I think you're good with that. You could also use this side of it. How pretty is that? But we're going to go with this one right now. Hi, Jean. Yeah, the colors are very vibrant, Maureen. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. So let's go ahead and put this one in here. Leaving just a little bit of edge. I'll tell you, the thing I like about the Tombow is you can move your paper around before it sets. And we've all been there before, right? When we put something down with the snail, or when we used to have the fast fuse. That's the great thing about the Tombow. Okay, and we're just going to lay that right there. I'm going to line it up. Okay. So this piece in here is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is the strip, which is like 2 inches by 5 1/4. And I will, again, I'll give you all the dimensions. Then I already cut 2 pieces of Whisper White, which is 2 1/2 by 4. So I have 2 of those. And then this little piece of designer series paper that coordinates is, this one is 2.5. Just a tad smaller than by 4. This is going to go layer right on here. So this is actually 2, this is 2.5. And then this this piece right here is 2.5, and then just take a little tad off. Just a little teeny bit. Okay? Just to make it fit on there. That's what paper trimmers are for. I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. All you're having is just a little bit of the white show through. Now I'm going to glue this part down. You only want to put it on one end. Because it's going right on top there. Okay. Now, let me bring in that other one. See, this one I glued. Right here, I glued this piece. I glued it down so it didn't open. You could also leave it open like this. So I think we'll leave it open because this one doesn't open. I glued it down. This one we're going to leave open, just so I have 2 different ones to show you. Okay, this we're going to stamp first. Since this one's going to be a happy birthday, I'm going to use, for the inside, these are the moments we look back on with joy. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that. Now, if I wanted to, I could take one of these, which, why not? This little guy that I already used. And I'm just going to put that in the corner. Just give it a little flower. And then what I do is I like to, this is the way I make sure mine are lined up. Okay, I lay it on there. I put a little Tombow on there. And then I close it. This way, when I pull it, turn it over, I know that it's right where I want it. See? I can't see it. Okay. Then here is the piece from that, die. I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down flat. Glue it right down on there. I'm going to bring in another one of those pieces that I cut out from the dies. I love these. I love these dies. I love all our dies. I need to stamp 24/7 and do a happy birthday. I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Now again, the sequins would look gorgeous on this, and when I find them, I'll put some of the sequins on it. Because the sequins are the same colors. I'm just going to go ahead and put a happy birthday right there. And since I couldn't find the sequins, I'm just going to add a couple of my champagne rhinestones. When you can't find one, use the other. So I'll just put a couple of rhinestones on there. And I always end up with 3. There we go. And there you have another Z-fold card. A little bit different because this one I left open. And you can see how you can use the other side of designer. Maybe there's a design that you're not really crazy about, but you like the other side. A smaller version of that looked nice. I don't know that I would use so many of the dots, but as a background, I think it came out nice. I like it. I like it like that because it coordinates. Okay, so that's that one. And then one more before I have to get off to work. This is my version of simply stamping. Okay, for this one, I'm just going to fold it. Because for anybody that doesn't have the paper trimmer, you're just going to use your bone folder. Can't think this morning. This one, I'm going to bring in my Poppy Parade. Actually, this one is, I'm sorry, this is my Calypso Coral. I did it a little bit lighter, that's right. Changed my mind. So these colors, again, I was using Blackberry Bliss and Poppy Parade. And then the smaller pieces I used were Rich Razzleberry and Calypso Coral. So since I had those papers there, I took the Rich Razzleberry, the Calypso Coral, layered that up. Then I brought in, again, our designer series paper. Like, there's the back of this, but look at this piece. It's absolutely gorgeous. And if you look, again, you've got the Calypso Coral and the Rich Razzleberry. So I'm just going to, this is, again, my version of simple stamping. Just layer up some cardstock and some designer series paper. Okay. We're going to take the other piece, the other die, which is a little bit a squarer piece. But I did it in Rich Razzleberry. I just wanted you to see what that looks like. Rich Razzleberry. Again, we're going to take the piece right here, and we can layer those up. But before I do that, let's stamp. So since I have the happy birthday, and you always need a lot of birthday cards, we're going to make that a happy birthday. I'm going to go ahead and just layer that right on top of here. Go ahead and grab some dimensionals. This is a great class, or anybody out there that is just starting out stamping. You can't go wrong with this. Okay. Just put it right there. Bring in those rhinestones, since I can't find the sequins. Maybe take a little of our ribbon. Let's make a quick little bow. I'm going to get this kind of small. There we go. Trim that off. I'm going to have to trim the tails off a little bit too. I'm going to put that right there. I'm just going to go ahead and grab my... Oh, that's right. I don't have my snail, do I? Okay. Well, let me put a little Tombow on there. Hold that down. While I'm holding it down, I'm just going to trim off those tails. Let that set for a minute. Bring in my inside piece. And I'll switch the saying to wishing you every happiness this special day will bring, because that could also be used for birthday. Again, I'm going to bring in this. Oh, you know what? Let's bring in this other stamp. I didn't use this one yet. That's also on there. Let's bring that in. I'm not going to color it, but what I'm going to do is just put half of it right there. And that would be great for the envelope also. Just going to go ahead and put Tombow on here. Less is more with Tombow. You don't need a lot. I got a piece of ribbon right there. And then just put that in here. There you go. It doesn't get any easier than that, making a quick and easy, simply stamped card. So again, let me real quick show you the ones we did. So this was my simply stamped card. Then we have the two Z-fold cards done two different ways. I will do still shots and have them on my page later, along with the measurements. We have these two. Oh, this set is gorgeous. You can't go wrong with it. And let's bring these in. We have this one. Again, we have this one. And this one. And of course, the one that I did on the trip. So I hope you enjoyed today's Facebook Live with the Peaceful Poppies suite. If you'd like to order this set, just go on to Stampersdelight.com and put it in your cart and ship it right to yourself, or just contact me. So I hope you have a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you back here Sunday night. Okay? Keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.